Ferrari is one of the top sports car manufacturers in the world. The most expensive car it has ever sold is the Ferrari 250 GTO. Also, it has received multiple Red Dot awards and has been the most successful F1 team ever. But what differentiates the brand from others? Like, how is it so successful? Hello and welcome back to INDmoney's YouTube channel. Today in this video, we will talk about what Ferrari did differently that made it a global symbol of luxury and performance. Now going back in time, 1908 में a 10-year-old Enzo Ferrari saw his first car race and immediately became hooked. उस टाइम पर एक यंग एडल्ट की तरह Enzo was drafted by the Italian army to fight in World War I. बट वॉर के बाद Enzo को ऑटो बिजनेस में काम ढूंढने में काफी डिफिकल्टी हुई. He applied to work at FIAT but was rejected due to an abundance of unemployed war veterans. Eventually, he found work at similar automakers. 1929 में he launched Scuderia Ferrari और Team Ferrari. तब ये कोई कार कंपनी नहीं थी. So basically, Scuderia consisted of a group of drivers who raced the cars they owned. The team raced mostly Alfa Romeo cars, जहाँ Enzo used to work. By 1933, Scuderia Ferrari had essentially become Alfa's racing division. फिर 1937 में Enzo ने Scuderia Ferrari को shut down कर दिया and became the head of Alfa Romeo's factory racing operation, Alfa Corse. But he knew that this wouldn't last, so he wasn't really happy. But a week after leaving Alfa Corse in 1939, Enzo started up Auto Avio Costruzioni. So the first car that Ferrari starter built on its own was the AAC 815. उसके बाद AAC ने 815 की दो cars build करी in 1940. Both were prohibited from carrying the Ferrari name due to a non-compete agreement between Enzo and his previous employers. The agreement prohibited Ferrari from using his name in relation to races or race cars for at least 4 years. Although World War II forced Ferrari to curtail his racing activities, his company got back to work immediately following the war. 1945 में, the company introduced a new V12 engine that would become one of Ferrari's signature offerings. Then Ferrari launched the 125 in 1947. And since the non-compete agreement with Alfa had lapsed, this was the first car to carry the Ferrari name, thus establishing the company as we know it today. Late 40s में Luigi Chinetti, a successful Italian-born racing driver and a newly naturalized American citizen, approached Ferrari about the prospect of building sports cars for the public. Ferrari थोड़ा hesitant था because his company's main purpose was to win races. At that point, the only cars Ferrari sold were for privateers. So Chinetti ने racing start करी and then kept on winning in Ferrari's cars around the world. By early 50s, Luigi Chinetti got the sport cars he wanted and opened the very first Ferrari dealership in the US. Chinetti's showroom was located in Manhattan but was later relocated to Connecticut. The US became a huge market for Ferrari's cars. Even today, it remains Ferrari's most lucrative market. This opened the floodgates for Ferrari's business. Legendary cars such as the California Spider, the GTO, and the Testarossa soon appeared. Then by the 1960s, Ferrari cars had proven their excellence both on the racetrack and beyond. फिर 1963 में Ford CEO Henry Ford II jumped at the opportunity to buy Ferrari's road car business. The deal failed after Enzo found out that Ferrari would have to ask Ford for money from Detroit to go racing. Incensed by his failure to close the deal, Ford decided to beat Enzo's team at the 24 Hours of Le Mans. Ferrari dominated the Le Mans race during that period. Enzo and his team won the challenging 24-hour endurance sports car race 6 times consecutively from 1960 to 1965. Then by 1966, Ford's challenger to Ferrari's cars was ready. The legendary GT40 was set to race at Le Mans. Henry Ford II got his revenge. The GT40 won Le Mans with a stunning 1-2-3 finish, ending Ferrari's dominance. Ford would go on to win 4 years in a row from 1966 until 1969. फिर 1969 तक एंजो ने रियलाइज कर लिया कि his company needed additional resources, not only to be successful, but also to survive. That year, Ferrari sold 50% of the business to the company that once refused to go with him. Yes, Fiat. After creating such a powerful company, Enzo Ferrari died in 1988 at the age of 90. But before his passing, he signed off on one final car to commemorate the 40th anniversary of his company, the mighty F40. So after the passing of Enzo Ferrari, longtime executive Luca di Montezemolo assumed the position of president and later chairman. Under his guidance, Ferrari was transformed into a global luxury brand during the 1990s and the 2000s. And आज वो company supercars sell करती है, which is worth for hundreds of thousands of dollars, and the hypercars for millions. बस car नहीं, but the brand also licenses everything from clothes to jewelry. There's even a Ferrari-themed amusement park. Racing front में Ferrari is still one of the best in the game. The company's Formula One team, जिससे अभी तक Scuderia Ferrari ही बुलाते हैं, won 8 world championships between 1999 to 2008. And lastly, अपने IPO के साथ Ferrari ने अपने आप को एक स्टार्टअप रेसिंग ऑपरेशन से ट्रांसफॉर्म करके एक $multi-billion का ग्लोबल ब्रांड बनाया है. But true to its roots, Ferrari trades on the New York Stock Exchange under the ticker symbol RACE. And if you wish to add this to your investment portfolio, then think nowhere but head straight to the INDmoney app and enjoy a seamless experience by investing in your favorite US stocks. Now, I hope you got a detailed view of how Ferrari became this successful after going through several hurdles on its way. Well, if you still haven't, then quickly subscribe to our YouTube channel, because here we will break down the journey of more such brands to provide you with some insightful content. Now, goodbye and see you in the next one.